Okay, Wytchwhisper Sadovsky again. Gonna be doing some HUD work. Then we're gonna go on to packaging and uploading to Marketplace. So, not that that stuff is hard. I'm just covering everything. So, I have to get fractal abstracts here. I did most of the HUDs earlier so you guys didn't have to sit through them. But I left 3 I left 3 for us to do, the last 3 for us to do now. Now, the reason I'm putting these close together is because I need to see what's on this one so I can put it on this one, or these ones. And yeah, there's a method to my madness. Now, I forgot to tell you, in the target, when you click on it and you go into the part that says the original creator, and in there you put something like tiara or object or whatever, you just call it something, and then that's the word you use in the HUD to sync it, because that same word is on the buttons, and when you click on the buttons it syncs. That's why like if it was tiara, all sides, then only the part of the object that is named tiara would turn color. And that's what made the tiara so unique, is that it had a bunch of objects with different names, which is fine. Actually, I kind of like builders that do that, generally speaking, because it gives you more control over the actual overall object that you're working on. But as I stated in the other video, you don't always have enough buttons for everything. So that's why for the tiara I had to name some of the items the same thing, if that makes any sense. Like, for instance, the tiara stone. I had 3 of those sections, and not all of them were named tiara stone. One was named tiara stone and the other 2 were named object. And so I just copied and pasted and made them all tiara stone, so that when the HUD went to change the stone color, that it would change all of them at the same time. Now, if I had had more buttons, I could have set it up so that the one stone changed and then the other 2 you could change separately, be under object. But I didn't have enough buttons to do that, so that's why I didn't do anything like that. Let's see. Okay, so I've pulled out fractal, abstracts, euphoric everyday, and funky punky. Do I have seductive shinies? Oops, wrong way. Do I have seductive shinies in here? There's 1 and 2. Okay. All right. So now, as you've noticed, I have a bunch of demos in here. I have to move those to the Empire Waist dress, but I'm going to do that after I do these sort of things. So that's my evil plan. Anyway. Okay, so I'll just copy. They'll need to be on the same number to sync with the clothing of that number. So the clothing number is 14 of that dress that I'm not wearing right now. The dress I'm wearing right now will be 15 because it's a future dress, but yeah. So I'm still not sure if I'm even gonna do that dress the way it is, or whether I'm gonna change something about it. Like a different bodice or something. Because I do have it does tend to flip up in the air at times, and I'm wearing underwear, so that's great, but I do have some bodysuits that I do have some bodysuits that oh, what's the word I'm searching for? That cover the legs, sort of thing. So it seems more prudish, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let's see now. Though I could leave it the way it is, which would make it more more intriguing for those people that like to have sex wearing clothes. All right. Okay, Empire Waist, flexi dress, copy. Why is it doing that? Okay, let's try this again. Okay, if that's how you want to play it. Guess that made no difference. Oh. Oh, come on. Stop it. Sometimes cutting and pasting can be more of a pain in the ass than it's worth, really. Okay, so the first thing I changed is the code, the syncing code number, and the names, so that they're all Empire Waist Mesh Flexi Dress. So then we go to the Content tab, and then we scroll down here. Oh, come on. Get out of my way. All right. Got to put the product license in. Got to put the encryption security thing in. Security script, whatever. And it says, oh, right, I'm missing a step here. Actually, I'm missing a few steps here, now that I think about it. Okay, we'll remove that for now. I didn't need to put that in there yet. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, what the hell? Get over here. Just like, what am I doing? Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. Like my brain will automatically do what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm just like, what? Huh? Like I'm still half asleep. Okay. So this, now, all the transparency buttons are set look buttons. That's different than get target. Get target is like the command to actually change things on the mesh itself. Set look, it applies a specific setting on the object, but it doesn't change the whole object, if that makes any sense. Like transparency, all that needs to work is the transparency on the texture tab. That's all it changes. You know, it doesn't change anything else. So if you're wearing a texture and you want it to be more transparent, you can just do that, and then here's the code for it. Now, I got the code off of the sample HUD that had it on the keys. So, yeah. If you have more questions about that, just IM me. Because I don't think I can really explain it right now. Okay. But I mostly figured this out. All this stuff that I'm doing, I figured out by looking at the demo HUD and deciding what I was going to do to make a HUD, sort of thing. And I don't make HUDs the way other designers do, I've discovered. Because a lot of designers use note cards, and I don't. I just use the buttons. Note cards are probably better, but I honestly don't know because I've never used them. Okay, so because we're setting this look and it's not a get target, we have to apply it to all the buttons that are that button on the HUDs. God, I sound weird. Anyway, I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. Because I know I'm not, you know, the best or anything. All right. So here we go with setting the look. Setting the look. Get rid of set target. All right. So now I need to change the picture that's on there. Let's set you up there. See, what I do is I make up one HUD. If you make up one HUD, then you can do all your other HUDs really easy, because you just copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, which is what I'm doing right now. And it just makes it go quicker. Which is my evil plan, because I don't want to keep you guys on this forever. Flexi. Okay, so this is the flexi. Copy. That's going to be the flexi. Paste. Paste. And paste. A lot of it is, especially when you're doing it in a fashion like I am, which is almost like a whole bunch at once. I can't remember what it's the name of it. It's like a belt or something, but then there's a lot of copy and pasting, and you're doing the same repetitive action over and over, so it's easier to remember that. Apply UUID. Apply UUID. Apply UUID. All right. Now, I had this one over here. Oops. Wrong button. Wrong button. This button is the one I want. All right. Bodysuit. All sides. When it says all sides, that means that it only has kind of like one face for everything on that object, sort of thing. You don't even have to put all sides after it. I could have just put bodysuit and left it at that, and it would have automatically all sided it. But I just put all sides because I wanted to. And sometimes it does require you to put all sides, so it's just good to know to do that. Paste. Paste. All right. And this is the bodice picture. So we go there. Go there, paste, apply UUID. Paste, apply UUID. It's a lot of creating stuff is fun, but it's a lot of tedious work as well. Like a lot of repetitive stuff that you do over and over, and to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. There. Okay, so the bodysuit is done. Bodice is done. Now this is just a blank button, so I use the blank button to make it blank. And then you just delete whatever's written there from previous. All right, so that's like that. All right, gotta do the same thing to this button, this button's buttons. And you'll probably notice that I won't be touching the laces and sole buttons because I'm using the same shoes. So the same shoes are set up the same way. They don't need to be modified. So that's that. And that. All right. Da, 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 da. So all the buttons, all these buttons, all the get or set target buttons are done now. But I have to fix the black buttons in all of these. So, because it's not a deep black, it's a lighter black, and I don't like it. It bothers me. So if it bothers me, I'm sure it's bothering other people. All right. So just close this. But in order to get this to work, I have to put in my product license. I have to do my security check. Okay, one button decoded. That's the transparency button because I just essentially created that button. That's why it's not, because it normally gets encoded as well. I'm going to decode everything though, because I need to get to the black. So here we go, edit linked. And here we go with reaching out to the black. Yeah, we need 0, 0, 0 in here. 0, 0, 0. Okay. Once that is done, then I can encode all the buttons. So it says 160 buttons checked and encoded. So once that's done, you just remove the script, because you can't sell it with that script in it, sort of thing either. So now all these buttons are done. So I'm going to reset scripts just to make sure that they sync. Because when you change buttons, especially these buttons or the color buttons, you have to reset scripts, otherwise it won't work. Like, it won't recognize that the button's been changed. All right. That's done, so I can delete the product license. And I can take a copy of it. See, that happened rather quickly. That wasn't too bad. Product license. Check security encryption. Decode. Decode. Yeah, decode everything. The reason you want to encode your buttons is because if you don't want people stealing your textures or your colors, that's when you encode them. With these HUD scripts. Let's see. They're all decoded. So I'm going to edit linked. I'm going to go to the black again. 23, 23, 23 is going to be 0, 0, 0. I don't mind sharing my black with you because good black should always be appreciated. Once you had good black, you never go back. Just saying. All right. So let's see. So I can get rid of that edit linked. Oh, come on, SL. Don't be this way. There we go. And I'm going to encode. But first I'll just do a check, just because I can. It says could not detect any configuration errors, especially for the textures and stuff. That script will catch detection, or it'll catch configuration errors in your script. So it's good to utilize that, because I know when I first started, I had a lot of configuration errors in my buttons, and it's good that they have this tool because you can go back and fix them. Though I'm not sure if something in SL has changed lately, because I was working on a HUD where I had an obvious configuration error in the textures, right? And it didn't detect it. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that script always detects it. So what is going on? And I don't know, now that the script is older, because it's only version 4, I don't know if I talked to the creator, maybe she'd have a newer version, but I don't know what they've changed in the SL makeup to make that script not function fully anymore. Because it's a lot harder to find your errors all by yourself without this encryption and security check script sort of thing, if that makes any sense. Now it has a get command strings script, but I've never used it. Probably because I just put the command strings on the buttons. Like on these buttons. And, these buttons too. Sort of thing. All right. Yeah, one of these videos I'm going to have to actually make a HUD from scratch for you guys and just show you what has to be done. Okay. Okay, so what have I all done in here? Okay, I've done all of that. Now I need to reset scripts. And after I'm done reset scripts, then I can delete product license. You know, it's funny, people don't necessarily know how much little ins and outs people go through when they make stuff. So it's good to have videos like this where you get to see that, I think, because then it gives you a better idea of what goes into building that. Okay, so that's pretty much all done, that one, so I can take a copy of it, which puts it in my object folder. And you'll notice all these say is no modify, and that is because they do not have the product or the product license in it. If it has the product license in it, it'll say no transfer as well, which would suck because then you don't get to transfer it. Crap. Oh, this is bad. I don't remember which direction I was going. Am I going this direction or am I going that direction? Oh, why didn't I pay attention? Let's see, what's the one in there? Fractal abstracts, which is what this is, I think. Yeah, so I'm over here now. Yes, when in doubt, check what you have in your inventory and it will tell you the way. All right. that has a product license in it because I added it earlier. Now we're going to put the security in it. Okay, it's got one button decoded, the rest are encoded, so we want to decode all of them for the same reason that I said before. So I'm not going to repeat myself. And we're going to go to the black, oops, edit linked. Sometimes we forget that. I used to forget it all the time when I first started. And I'm like, why isn't it working? It was edit linked. It was so stupid. All right. So there. That's that. Dun, 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 dun. 0, 0, 0. Don't need that edit linked anymore. I need to check it. No configuration errors, which I didn't think there would be. So I'm going to encode it. And then I'm going to remove this script. All right. Now the only thing left in here is product license that we need to get rid of. So we got to reset scripts to do that. Oh, look at how long that's taking. That's totally, that's totally bad. It goes through each button when it resets the scripts, because it resets the scripts for each button. That's why it's so important to reset scripts when you're working with HUDs. Well, at least this creator's version of HUDs. Anyway, the KCI HUDs. Because without her scripts, and without some working knowledge of what I'm doing, I wouldn't have a fucking clue how to make HUDs at all. Okay, so I did that. I reset the scripts. So now we can make a copy. Now you're asking, why am I making copies? Because we have to make demos. And it's easier to make demos. Well, it's quicker to make demos when they're on the ground already, rather than having to pull them out, because it's just more work to pull them out. And what do we want to avoid? More work, because it's enough work as it is. All right. So that, then demo, DEMO, content. Here are the demos. And you'll notice I don't pick them up right away either. There's a reason for that, because when you pick stuff up, it moves things in your inventory, and then you lose the folder that you're working in, sort of thing. It's just easier to keep this open and do them one by one, sort of thing, and then pick them all up. But a lot of people will know that already, but not everybody knows that, so I'm just mentioning it. another demo. DMO. So I'll go fix that. Because the V version is a little too close to the word flexi. I want to put a space in between them, which is what I did. So and this one needs a script as well. And see, I only have 3 of them here that I have to do this to, so it's not that big a deal. Dun, 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 dun. And you don't have to reset scripts on the demo because all I'm changing is the HUD name. For some reason, when you change the HUD name, it doesn't seem to really affect it all that much. It's only if you change the number 14, right? Because that's the sync number. You could name this anything or change the name to anything and it wouldn't care. It only cares about that number, that sync number. DEMO. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Okay, now they're all demoed. All 3 are demoed now, so they can be picked up. So you just take, and see, they go back to the original folder that you pulled them out of. So that's another reason that, you know, now all of these have to go into the Empire Waste folder that I made. So I'll just cut them. Empire Waste. Wait, those are all demo ones. So I'll stick those in here. So now we have a whole crapload of demo ones. But we also have the ones that I copied. And those ones need to go in the general populace. Sounds like prison, right? Yeah, kind of like prison. But no, just kidding. It needs to go to the cut. Needs to go where all the others are so that they can all be together so that when we package them, it's a lot easier to do that. Now we don't want to put it in the demo, we just want to put it in the whole folder. Okay, so now this is all of my demos, like all of my different kinds of demos. And they all have black, a beautiful black now, which is what I wanted. All right, because you're thinking of, well, I'm thinking of the future because I want my future HUDs to have that nice black color. But Not everybody works that way. There's a lot of designers that make a new HUD every single time they create clothing. Like they make a HUD from scratch every time, and that's great that they have. It's great that they do that. I'm not going to do it if I don't have to do that, because I'm lazy that way. But anyway, you know, like if there are shortcuts that make it easier to progress, then I'll usually like to explore them. So now we got to package. We got to package this stuff up. This can just be deleted because it's not really being used, I don't think. Let's see. This is the Batik Bohemian. And we already have a Batik Bohemian, so we don't need that one. That one can be deleted. All right. Now you see this. Oh no. No. Not the belly dance box. Okay. So normally what I do for packaging is I go to my most recent package that I created, which is in objects. Oh, I'm going to need that. I'm not going to need any of this. Dun, 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 dun. So, worst case scenario, I'll find a fat pack. Fat pack. And I think I mentioned before that I put all my stuff okay, well, I know that my hanky dress is not the latest fat pack. So I'm going to do this and see what else it's showing me. So belly. I know the belly mesh flexi dress is my latest fat pack. So I'll pull that fat pack out. And you'll notice it tries to give me my stuff. I don't want my stuff right now. So I'll just discard it. But this thing, even though I drug it out on the floor, people add it and it works like a HUD. And so they can be anywhere because of the script I'm using. They can be anywhere and just open their product essentially, which is good. I like that. That way, if they are at my store and they like an outfit and they want to put it on right away, they can, you know, as long as they wear it as a HUD, which is what it defaults to. So, all right. Oh, crap. Okay, get out of the fat pack. Oh, this is going to take too long if I do it that way. Just do it this way, it's quicker. Alright, so I got to rename this box to Empire Waist Flexi Yeah, Empire Waist Flexi Mesh Dress is what I'm calling it. So I'll just copy that, put it over here. Paste. And if you make the fat pack first, then it's a lot less work to make the other packs, if that makes any sense. Well, it hopefully will make sense after you see it. And I do all my demos as a fat pack because then they get their toes dipped into the pool of everything else, and they can decide if, you know, like that way if they look at something and they don't, once they try it out, they don't like it, but they might try something else and maybe they'll like that and maybe they'll get it. So that's why I always make my fat packs or demos a fat pack, because you get everything that you can choose from. And you can choose to get the whole fat pack or you can choose to get the individual packs. So, all right. Now you'll notice that I put for Marketplace add on here because I want people to know that they add this box to unpack it. For the most part, people seem to follow that. They don't get confused. They can also pull it out onto the ground if they so wish, but they don't have to. Now in here, oh, I better delete all this stuff. Okay. Deleting all the previous contents because I'll be putting new contents in. We have my Please Read, which gives instructions on how to use the HUDs. And some other information. So feel free to check that out if you ever buy anything from me. And the HUD table of contents, because I have a 3rd generation of HUDs now, so these are all, there's the Wild Child HUDs, the Batik Bohemian, the Seductive Shinies, the Funky Punky, the Fractal Abstracts, Euphoric Everyday, Exotic Fabrics, Patriotic Pride, and Grateful Gradient, and Nature's Order HUDs. So that's what should be in the fat pack. So that's what we got to do. Now you'll notice this Albion script in here. That's the unpacker script that I use for this item, and it disappears when the customers get it. So it's not like you're giving them some kind of script like some of the old ones do. It's a really good thingamajig. So I highly recommend it. I should add that to this, yeah, I'm gonna have to add the link to it to that write-up so people know. But now go to Empire Waist. These are all the HUDs. We're not doing the demo HUDs right now. We're just doing the normal HUDs. But I'm going to count these to make sure I have them all. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, it looks like everything's here. So, here we go. Putting all the HUDs in there. And then we got to put the bodies in. Makes it sound like dead bodies, but it's not. It's just the it's just the other bodies, the clothing models. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to take parts of my outfit off. That's okay. That is okay. I can do that. Detach from yourself. Okay. So we just select everything. I think you can move up to 20 things at a time before they don't get pulled over, if I remember correctly. Short Creek sandals, Empress tiara, Empire Flexi skirt resizer. Okay. La 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 la. So you got the flexi skirt resizer and the tiara resizer in there. And then you got all these HUDs. Empire waist flexi. Got all the bodies. Let me just count this stuff here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26. So 26 items. We don't want to pick up the HUDs as items. So it's a HUD. So that's 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1. These are all HUDs. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20, 20. 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Yeah, everything's in here. So even though it was over 20, everything made it in, which is good. So this is pretty much done. The only thing I need to do now is take a copy of it, which puts it there, which is good. That's fine. Now we have to make the demo version. Yeah, the demo version. So, just like with the other HUDs and everything, we just type in DEMO. All right. And then we have to delete all this stuff because none of it's demo stuff. It's all good stuff. Delete. Demo. Okay, so here's all the demo stuff. All right, let's pull that over. And then we got to get the HUDs, the demo HUDs. And they are in my other folder. Here they are, demo HUDs. Demo HUDs. All right. Just making sure they're in there. HUD. Okay, my heads and my body's in there. So now I'm putting my demo script in my demo box. Just because I'm cautious that way. So, see, it says demo on it. Anyway, they can res the demo 6 times or wear it for 2 hours. Either way, that's more than enough time for people to look at whatever, generally speaking. So then I just take that. I don't know why I feel like I'm forgetting something. Let me just double check here. It's for Marketplace, yeah. Take. See, because these are the things that everything else spawns from, if that makes any sense. And yeah, so to put this on Marketplace, you you can either copy to Marketplace or you can move it to Marketplace. I tend to copy it to Marketplace, and it'll be an unassociated. You will notice I have a lot of stuff in here that's unassociated. I really need to post it. You know, just saying. I gotta put my demo there too. Copy to Marketplace. Where are you? Do 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 do. So copy to Marketplace. Okay, where are you? Empire. Oh, demo. Empire Waste. There it is. All right, and I'm gonna create listing for this right away. Just because I want it out there. I gotta, yeah. So that's all that can be done inside of SL. The rest will be on the Marketplace. Descriptions and stuff. So, but that's how to make a piece of clothing from the beginning to the end. So these are all my videos. If I think of anything else that I'm supposed to add, I will make more videos. But for now, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for paying attention and absorbing knowledge like sponges. Yeah. All right. Have a great day.